Now be for real. What's up, guys? This is Britt, and I'm here with the Nah Be For Real cast today, and we have some questions that we need answers to. Ladies, my question today is, well, the topic is on status, okay? And my question is regarding status. So when I'm talking about status, I'm talking about who you are in society, right? If you have um, a following, or if you're, someone that is, popular or might be celebrity status, right? How should you date? How should you date?
I feel like if you're high of a status, you're gonna try a little bit of everything. Like you're gonna try somebody who, is within that status of, basketball player, whatever. Sometimes they date cheerleaders, things of that sort. So I feel like there's not really like a say of if you have a high status, what your interests are, but I feel like who is interested in you is what you're like, you have more so of a say when it comes to that, I feel like. I feel like more people would, you know, they're more strict on who they allow to approach them versus
Yeah.
who they approach when
Right.
it comes to status,
Right.
if that makes sense.
I can agree with that. I think when I read this question and I'm thinking like, how should you date regarding status? I just shared it with you guys. It takes me back to just the athletes. I'm in the athletic population, right? And I see athletes all the time. And we talk about, how to be able to date and not be disappointed, and also really not um be in the headlines, in a negative light, right? Because if you are someone of status and you have somebody that has no idea how to act, say for instance, my basketball players or with the Globetrotters, they have a woman who literally has no clue whatsoever about basketball, right? And she comes and she's acting crazy all, wants all the time, doesn't understand how these guys are on the road all the time. Um, it's going to be a problem, right? And I think it's going to be a problem because they don't really understand the total dynamic of what it has to be given when you're at that stage or at that level in your life, so or in your career. So I think that dating within your status, like you said, V, is very important because it could really make or break your career. I've seen it happen. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it just depends on what you're looking for. So basically, if you are like, say you are a basketball player, athlete, or whatever the case may be, you may not want someone who's also a basketball player or another athlete. You may want someone who is just like a regular smuggler person because now they have more time to come to all your games, support you more. So I mean, it just depends on that person's preference at the end of the day. If I was someone of status, I think I would look for someone pretty equal because they can completely understand. I would have to explain so much to them
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I was going to
But
rebuttal.
I know some people who rather have a regular person,
Mhm.
and I know others who do like someone who is closer to their equilibrium.
I think it's a lot harder to date when you have status because there's a lot of fake love and you don't know who's there for you or who's there for what you have or who you are. For example, everybody knows who Travis Hunter is, and he's viral just for this exact situation, literally. And I feel bad for him. Everybody's like, "Oh, I don't like his girl." I'm like, "Get out of his business." It must suck to not be a normal person anymore.
And see, that's what I was saying, like when it comes to, it depends on what they want. She's regular, if I'm not mistaken. And that's obviously someone that he wanted before he became of status and someone he still wanted to maintain. It's just that, unfortunately for him, it seemed like her mind was already waiting for him to progress past it and become that popular person.
Progress past what?
Well, progress as in become a popular person. I think they started dating beforehand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it seems like to me, she was waiting for him to be actually that star person to now capitalize off of it. That's what I took from it.
Like she's used, like going back to what Tia was saying, she's like kind of using his limelight. Yeah, because she doesn't know how to act. In my opinion, that she does not know how at all to act, and it goes back to kind of what we were talking about off camera a couple days ago. Like, if you're an athlete, I do believe, like, in order for you to be accommodated, in your athletic career, you need someone who has been an athlete. Doesn't have to be an athlete now, but
Currently, right.
needs to understand roles, needs to understand teamwork, most importantly. And I think that really goes for all relationships. I just talking to V about this yesterday. I completely feel like when it comes to relationships, everybody should have had some sort of team extracurriculars that they've had to do, some sort of athletics, because it builds you, it builds character, and it builds you into someone that your parents are not going to be able to build. It allows for you to see what discipline is, what role responsibility looks like, how to not give up on the mission or the goal, right? And I think Travis Hunter's girlfriend is just, I don't know where she's from. I don't know, I don't know much about her. I just seen, just the limelight, the headlights of her acting crazy. And when I say crazy, like just out of character, and it's not about you. And I think that
She's cloud chasing is what it looks like to me. And that's what I was saying.
But I feel like she may not have. I feel like she didn't think that it was gonna catch up to her. I feel like she didn't think that he was gonna get to the status of where he is now. In a way, I feel like she just thought it was just a college thing. Like he's gonna go to college and he didn't get like picked up in high school type deal, so he might not get picked up now. That's how I seen it. Like at first, I didn't. When he that video where she didn't stand up to like go hug him, things of
And then
that
that's
sort.
where everything came up.
That at first I was like, okay, I understood like why she didn't get up, and I understand how, like you said, being in the tabloids, how they can flip it, things of that sort. So I'm like, you guys are
Right,
just
same.
being
I did the same thing.
typical,
Yeah, same
trying to be
thing.
mad.
But that
Maybe
was
it's a
off-
thing, is it's
something else.
yeah, a black man with a different type of race. That's what I'm thinking. Then I started seeing all the other shit, and I'm like, yeah, you fucking up.
Yes.
Like it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
unfortunate.
It's selfish.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
it goes
but then-
back to team dynamics. It's
But
selfish.
also, come on, you're sitting outside while she's inside partying in the car. So it takes two to tango.
You hear about
I don't know about that. What happened?
Okay, so
Self-love.
when she would go to parties and stuff, when she would go to parties, he would actually drop her off at these said parties and sit outside in the car until she's done partying.
Meanwhile, yes, that's crazy. Meanwhile, probably all those videos and everything that's going around now, you were outside the whole
Him
time.
outside waiting for her, thinking she's just enjoying herself whole time. She's buck wild.
If I'm him, I'm going in there. Right, I'm going in there at least from the jump or to check on my girl.
You may not like to party, you didn't like to party, so make sure that she gets
And sitting waiting for me outside. Like that just isn't the vibe.
That's just weird. You got bad intentions from. You're comfortable getting out the car? Like, okay, bye, babe. I'll see you in a few. Text me if you need anything. I'll be inside.
And just leaving her in there?
I mean, that kind of screams insecurity. Maybe he already knew off rip. I don't know. It's a lot going on with that whole situation. But status.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm a huge believer in, like, when it comes to status and it comes to relationships, date equally yoked individuals match.
So I hear that men don't care about how much money a woman makes. They don't care about status. Like a successful celebrity can date someone who's working at Sephora and
did see that.
fall in love and marry her. It has nothing to do with how much she makes. So I think status is different for men than it is for women.
That's why I was saying that. I said, it just depends on what that person's preference is. Because it really does.
Yeah. I think,
fluctuates.
and then it kind of goes back to what I was just saying. Like, if you have that type of foundation to be able to okay with your man being in whatever limelight, and doesn't have to be a professional athlete, doesn't have to be a professional actress or artist or anything like that. It could be the CFO of Boeing. That is, you know what I'm saying? There's so many, like,
But meetings, like the
Exactly.
busy schedule. You have to be
Exactly.
able to keep up with that. And I understand that that's
yes,
what's bringing in the money. And
Yes.
I think so much of what's going on outside of that. I think that's why it's hard.
do you guys think that dating a man with status is overrated?
Yeah, I do.
Overrated?
I think so.
Why?
Because I think status doesn't. That's that's an outward thing. That's
Status is outward.
it is like I think it is an outward thing. Obviously, it does take a certain level of discipline and character, but that doesn't determine their emotional availability. That doesn't determine how attentive they are to you, how they're going to treat you. So just because a man makes money doesn't mean he's going to take care of me.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
I like that.
And sometimes they think just because they're taking care, I mean, like the home, that's enough. No.
Nah, ready for it.
Just, to them out there in the world, for your status, your image, that's enough. But
Right.
at home, it definitely is more than that. So
Absolutely.
it's kind of like a costume in a way.
Yeah, it is.
Once you get home, you still got to do X, Y, and Z. So, I mean, I don't know. That's hard because I've seen. So, what about women? Do you feel like women's status, like she said, is a little bit different? So, should women date within the same, or should women date like regular men?
I can't, like, I really swear it just depends. Yeah. It depends person to person. Because I have experienced on a couple occasions someone of status. And it was exactly what you're saying, Tia, when it comes to the lack of emotional intelligence. Like, it literally is a full-blown mask. Scariest experience to see. It's really creepy, to be honest. It's like night and day. That person out in public versus then seeing them at home or in private amongst some of their close friends, amongst their family members. Completely two separate people, but then when they're out and about, they're in the face of so many different people, and you think this is like your best, like one of their close friends, one of their old friends, but in reality, not. I hate saying this, but it's like that's just one of their fans. Because then the person will walk away, and he would be like, "Man, I can't stand that guy. I don't even know his name." I'm like, "Wait, we just stood here for 30 minutes to an hour of y'all kikiing, like best of friends. Whole time we walk away, oh God, that was so annoying." I'm like, what? You could have been walked away. No, but I had to upkeep with my face out in the public. Man, no, you don't. Like, what? It was wild. It was definitely wild to see.
I mean, I think that's something similar to what we were having the conversation about also. So we've kind of had a similar conversation where you meet somebody of status and then they tell you, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, not to be mean, I'm not saying I'm a regular girl, but I get that you have status, you're higher up than me. Why are you lying just to try to get me to like you or whatever? Like, you're the one of, so I feel like,
I should be lying to you.
there you go. If anything, but it's just like, and then that's just like, that's bullshit. You don't want, why would I want that just because you have clout, just because you have.
Honestly, with status, and I'm not even to cut you off,
No,
but
you're good.
I'm just thinking about like just even my own personal experiences. I don't necessarily, I'm not in that limelight like popular, but I am around a lot of individuals that are right. So I meet a lot of people, and going back to, I don't know, Tia or V, one of you guys said that. Do you think that you said it's roles reversed for women?
Yeah.
Just even being in my own shoes as a director and mingling with individuals of status, and because that's my job, it takes a different type of man to be able to be okay with that. And when I say okay with that, support it. Not just, oh, it's your job, I know that. No, like 1000% support it, be backed by it, cool with rubbing elbows same time as me, not making me feel a different type of way, or going cold on me when I have to travel for work. It takes a different type of man. But again, going back to, if you don't know how a team runs and you don't know role responsibility there, nah, be for real, you're not ready for this relationship
At all.
So I have a question for you guys. What do you think of someone who dates people who are only of status?
Cap.
Oh.
You wouldn't.
Cap.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't be around it. Because they're only seeking money.
They're only, yes.
They're
Okay.
only money or
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Come on.
They're intentional about what they want.
Your intention and your surface level on a status?
Okay, but if you get the woman of your dreams, and she happens to be the woman of your dreams, happens to be a woman of status, once you get that,
No, that's not the question. The question. You are intentionally seeking out somebody for
So you're a gold digger.
Like
You're a gold digger.
You're only looking for someone with status.
Like you already know for a fact. I only want to date a guy who's a basketball player, professional. I only want to date someone who's a professional NFL player.
Definitely.
I only want to date a millionaire. And mind you, they're just regular.
I definitely don't feel that you are seeking someone of status for motivation. It's not like, oh, this person, it's not like, oh, okay, you know, this person is where, you know, he needs to be and I'm going to come add to his.
Right, or he's going to uplift
Yeah,
me.
it's not that. Because even, for example, like I always think this is so crazy. Like Dr. Dre's wife, like she was trying to sue him for like most craziest amount of money, and it's like you were his wife for so long and you didn't do nothing. You didn't start a business, you didn't this, you didn't that. So women who get with like men of status and are regular, and then when the divorce hits they're trying to take this, that, and the other, it pisses me off because so that to me I feel like is you were dating this man of status just to be able to have your feet kicked up and chill, and that to me I wouldn't be a wife like that. So if you got status,
1,000%. I'm gonna give you guys a real life example. My own father is 78 years old. Ooh,
okay.
right? Oh, he is 78. So my dad is 78 years old. He was a executive accountant for Honeywell.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Big
was
money.
big boss. What? Period. Shout out my daddy, Haiti. But yeah, I'm gonna tell my mama. Mama, you see her? You see her? Get her. Get her. My mama don't play either.
Wasn't it his birthday? Was it his birthday recently?
Yes. January 16th, I believe. Yeah. But anywho, so it's either 16th or 17th. No, stop. My older brother's birthday is on like the 27th. Like there's too many in the same month. Whatever. Anywho, back to my father. Back to my father real quick, okay? To this day, that man is still going through court cases and things of that nature with his ex-wife from 30 years ago.
Oh wow.
And it's like they're both 70 plus years old.
Yeah.
What do you want? Like, it's really what I want to ask her, but my mom and my dad's like, no, I'm not allowing you to go to court. I want to ask this woman, what do you want from my dad? Because at this point, you're trying to take from myself and my younger brother. Like, you're suing him for whatever the case may be, and he's going, why are y'all going to court over some divorce that happened 30 years ago? They don't have no kids together, because one of the reasons why they even got a divorce is simply because I believe, because at this point it has to be, she was definitely a woman that was chasing him for the status that he held. Because
I mean, after 30 years of trying to.
and after 30 years, you're still,
Get
and
alimony.
mind you, she's already getting money from him anyway.
Yeah.
Already.
For the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life. So
That's crazy. And you still want more?
And she wants
30 years later?
No, it's been an ongoing thing. Like they already went to court once many years ago, and now they recently have been in court within the past like month. And it's just the craziest thing to me, because at the end of the day, they don't have kids. And the reason why they don't have kids, like I'm my dad's first child. So he had me when he was like, what, 50? And that was because she kept going back and forth. One day she was gonna try to have kids. The next day, oh no, I can't have kids. Mind you, my mom was actually told she could not have any kids at all. And she ended up having 3. The lady didn't even try. So at the end of the day, she was definitely, I feel like, I do not even know this lady at all. I met her maybe once, because she kept trying to linger around like our family, like my dad's side of the family, because I think her best friend was my dad's like older sister, or younger sister. My dad's the oldest. But one of his sisters were like, they were like besties or whatever. I met her one time. And it's just weird, because it's like, what do you want? At this point, you're 70-something years old to still be relevant. At 70-something years old is so crazy to me. So yes, women will definitely date people of status for money.
I feel like there are definitely more women chasing after men of status than men of status chasing for women.
Or men.
Definitely.
Women
Of status.
Yes.
and I think that example is one of many as to why men do not want to get married.
Exactly.
It's because of women like that that are chasing for status, and they now think that any woman that they fall in love with might want them for status.
Unfortunately, that's what prenups are for.
I was just about to ask that.
But that's insulting to a woman who doesn't even want.
Is it okay? If you're a woman of status, would you make your man get a prenup?
I actually just read that. Pushed it down.
That's so pretty. We're in sync, my girl.
If we're coming, I don't think that prenups are disrespectful because if I'm coming with my company that is
A 6-figure, 7-figure business.
7-figure company, 8-figure that it appraises for or that it can sell for, absolutely. And you've done nothing but come into my life, absolutely. We are getting a prenup. What's mine? What I'm bringing in is mine. If for whatever reason we don't work out, what I'm leaving with is mine. You know, and whatever we come up with, or we make up with in the middle, in between those times, we can split how you need to split.
Yeah, whatever
But
we
it's just-
whatever we create together, co-create, I feel like they should split in half. If we are talking about status. Like, yeah,
No,
definitely.
no, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, I come on me focus on that. I don't got a boyfriend. Where are you, husband?
The crowd wants to know, would you accept a date from a celebrity?
Of course.
That depends on who. Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan's a good one.
You already have.
What? Who?
Who, me? Michael B. Jordan.
You ain't been on a date with a celebrity. Right. So it's like yes.
So, I mean, yeah, of course.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. There's still people out
They're
there.
just like it's to me. It's just like I feel like it's regular. Like,
It's regular
status. Yeah, like it's fun. Like
I've
to
met
be
a
like,
lot of
ooh,
celebrities.
but
They're regular
celebrities,
people.
I feel like honestly lately have been a lot more like genuine and being like just regular people. I feel like lately, like. And I enjoy that. Like, I went to WTR and I see like Nick Cannon was the DJ.
Oh, cool.
And he was so cool. But I was like, I watched his girlfriend's show on Netflix, and I was like, where is she? Like, I wanted to see her. So I feel like, yeah, it's regular. But I enjoy when celebrities are like,
Down to earth and
yeah,
humble.
and outside like normal people.
So we would accept the dates from celebrity. To piggyback off of that, would you be okay with letting them cheat?
Lead team is crazy.
Okay, if you're letting that it's cheating at that point, or is it an
who
open
wrote
relationship? Is it a
Yeah,
poly?
it's an open relationship.
Are we both cheating on
Like,
each
not
other?
necessarily like poly, because you might not want to.
Yeah, it would just.
But it would just
Hold
be
on.
an open
Since
relationship.
we're on this topic, difference between polyamorous and polygamy. Somebody fill me in. Polygamy and polyamory are different. What's the difference?
is love. No, they're different. It is love. No, polyamory is a love for all kind.
Okay.
Polygamy is a love or multiple partners. So
I know, poly.
They're both poly.
yeah, one polyamorous is love. Polyamory is multiple love.
Like, so multiple wives, basically.
That would be polygyny. Yeah, polygyny is multiple wives.
Yes. And Kelly, that is hips and hoes.
Mano.
Mi casa, su casa. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say get 'em, I say got 'em.
Nah, be for real.
Nah, be for real. You said you wanted to get married when I say that. When you had the leg up and the hand on my front door, you was telling me shit. I want to get married. I want to get a life insurance policy. See?
Real crazy.
Nah, be for real.
I heard you say.
Nut ass nigga.
Yo.
No, definitely.
no.
No, I'm not okay with you cheating. And
Cheating
I
is
feel
wild. Why would you feel like you should? Oh, because you got
you have status.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so if it was, let's say it was Michael B. Jordan, right?
No.
I heard his dick sucks, so no, I'm not okay with that shit. Lori Harvey said that.
Oh, and it was small. Wait, did you guys see like the one photo when he was like on a nude beach? It's like supposedly really, really small. But he could be a grower. I don't know. But regardless,
He could be a grower.
he could be a grower though. Well, I seen those.
He could be a munch. That's
It's like it's night and day. That shit crazy.
a chia pet. Like a chia pet.
fucking pet.
Chia. What? It could grow. That's crazy. You know. So no, I'm not okay. It doesn't matter if you have status. No. Like It's just like a regular. No, it's like a regular relationship, status or not. He might cheat, but doesn't mean I'm okay with it because
He's cheating. What if he's like, V, I want to have another girl too. Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
No, this is
the crowd said.
if it's let them cheat. Then
Oh,
yeah.
no. Okay, yeah, that's a different story.
No.
Yeah.
letting is crazy.
Yeah, no.
That's, I don't care what
else.
status you have. I am of status. How about that? In my mind, you know what I'm saying?
In my city.
in my spirit. The fuck?
Now be for real.
Nah, be-